Hey, Mr. Lawrence. Hello, hello, hello. Listen, people, welcome to the Put It in the Book Sports Show, a Mets sports show, a baseball show, all about the Mets. We're in season 8, episode 12. Okay, we are going to be talking today about our 48 and 37 New York Mets. Still a pretty good team. And we're going to be talking about it with Mr. Lawrence over here. Am I going the right way? I should be going that way, right?
Yes,
Opposite
it's
again? There
opposite.
you go. It's opposite day. So, Mr.
You're to
Lawrence,
my left, so I got a point. Oh wait,
there you go. See, it just go. Whatever. What are we going to do, Mr. Lawrence? Talk to me. What's going on?
we're going to talk a little bit about some baseball. Well, that's kind of how I feel lately watching this team.
Yes,
It's
sir.
we had
Yes,
off
sir.
yesterday. There's a delay today, and I'm actually grateful for it. I could use a little break from these Metsies. They
Oh,
have frustrating the heck out of me. There are some bright spots, and we'll get into them during the show. But it's just no fun. No fun.
it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have some fun doing this show. We're going to joke around a little bit, forget our miseries, forget our woes, and cheer our team on. So,
Do it.
whenever you want, start them up.
Put up the bullets!
Real quick before we start, in that intro, who's that bald headed guy? I don't see him around anymore. You?
Listen, Lex Luthor, we threw you out, okay? So apparently you're not going to be around this show anymore.
Yeah.
All,
So
all joking aside, right, Keith? That's Farace, our co-host for the last 8 years. Okay. Um, we sort of miss him sometimes. I'm not gonna say anything nice, but it'd be nice if he was around sometimes. And he's doing his own thing, having
yeah.
some fun, taking a little time off from the show, and not trying to, pretty much off himself. I'm sorry, people don't get upset, but he's a Mets fan, and he's pretty much always going to be dramatic and always going to want to kill himself.
Well,
Isn't it true?
let's be honest, Rodriguez. He's not with us anymore because this is a mutiny. We found out.
It's a
We
mutiny.
found out
Okay, we're in a mutiny.
that
Okay,
he's a Phillies fan.
he's a filthy fan. He is a filthy
He's
fan. You know
terrible.
what? He was denying it in our group chat, and we had to set him straight. And I'm glad you saw through all the baloney. He is a filthy fan.
Yeah.
So
So
this
he's been
might be a mutiny.
right now. Um, they have him on a strict medical diet to cleanse him of the filth.
Oh, good luck with that. You know, good luck with that. Hopefully he can get detoxed and be back on the show again. And we're also missing the voice of doom, or the voice of God, as we like to call him, producer Joe. He's off somewhere, scurrying in through the walls of my house, which, if you know, it's a running gag in this show. But we
He
miss producer Joe.
a
What?
chance that he can't make the show. It must have been a real heavy 25% because it prevailed.
Oh, yeah, how did that? Yeah, that's kind of weird, but that's
Yeah.
how maybe his math is wrong, because he's pretty much wrong with a lot of other things. So
Just
anyway,
napping, napping, as they say these days.
the math is not math, and you got that right. We got to talk about this team right now, because that's what this show's about. Basically, we're talking about the New York Mets, 48 and 37, still pretty good record. Unfortunately, the last 15 games have gone pretty bad for us. We are not playing well. Okay, enough of this. Enough of this losing streak stuff. We get swept
Oh,
by the Piratas. Keith,
sorry.
we got swept by the Pirates, Keith.
That's why I did a 1.5 car crash, because not only did we get swept by the Pirates, we lost. I mean, we were just like dishing runs out to them. We were making it rain runs. Our bullpen has been looking rough. And you and I spoke about that, right, Rodriguez? We both said we're worried we're wearing this bullpen down too early, and here we are. So let's see if that depth that Stearns believes in so much works here, right? And he starts bringing some people up. He's making some moves here and there.
He's doing it already, though, Keith.
Yeah. So let's
bringing up the young guys.
Let's see how it works. Luckily, we played so well, to your point, that we are right there, even though we've been playing like miserable.
I think it gives us a buffer. That doesn't give us a big buffer because the games are getting worn out right now. Yeah, pretty much. We're only 11 games. What are we? 48 and 37. Yeah, dude, we're 11 games from 500, 2 games out of first place. We're not in a terrible position. We really aren't in a terrible position. But you know, you got to do something. You know, and I think I found something that the Mets could do, Keith. I think I sent you the video earlier, and I just want you to play this for the Metsies out there. And I think if we did this, I think if one of our guys from our team did this, we get off of this schneid.
Estamos perdiendo. Tienen que batear. No te me mandes.
See?
That's fantastic.
You blame the people that need to be blamed. And you know, I'm not against bat violence, you know, no BA, you know, in my home. However, sometimes you know, sport, you know, spare the rod, spoil the bat.
They should have had like a Puerto Rican Vieja throwing slippers at the bats too.
Listen, that dude gave those bats a beating, so I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be walking straight and narrow right now and giving them hits. Wow. I'm pretty sure that that's gonna work. But if that doesn't work, Keith, there's trade talk out there, Keith. There's trade talk, and you know, I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid right off, and I'm gonna say that the Mets have been linked with a certain trader, but I can't even say it. Keith, you got to talk about this because I don't want to talk about the trade.
Yeah, I don't know who they're, and we're talking about, of course, the dual Cy Young winner, great Met, Jacob deGrom, and I don't know who is linked in those trade talks. I don't even know why Texas would do that. Sounds like fantasy to me, but I mean, the way he's pitching. Now, we all know he's paper mache and we don't know what's going to happen next. But the way he's pitching right now, if you put him down as the anchor in the beginning of that rotation, he can get us over the hump, I believe, or be a big part in helping us to get over that hump. And then when you start getting Singer back and Minaya back, imagine, we'll be unstoppable. I also heard outside of Mets world that Gunnar from the Baltimore Orioles is tied to trade talks with the Dodgers. Just
Gunnar Henderson. That's the catcher, right?
No, I think he's third base.
Third base. Yeah. He's one of the prized young guys. Really?
Oh, he's good. I don't know why they would do that, but a friend of mine from work who's a Orioles fan told me that there's some chat out there about that. That would be disappointing on many levels. That he's a homegrown talent for the Orioles. And you kind of like to see, even though you're not an Orioles fan, you kind of like to see that in baseball, the teams keep their homegrown talent. And B, it would be just so disappointing to see the Dodgers snatch up yet another star. So anyway, that's totally off subject, but I thought it was interesting that if he is on the block, maybe that's something the Mets can throw the hat in that ring. If we can't get some pitching. Shortstop and third baseman, yeah.
Well, listen. Let's put it this way. Let's talk about needs. Okay, if we're gonna do trade talk, and you guys are okay with bringing that trader bastard back, that skinny scarecrow trader bastard.
Yeah, right. Once he put on the, it becomes, you would love him again. You know it.
I do not love the talent. I have to be clear about that. But he's a trader. Probably when he comes back, it'll take me a week to accept them and be 100% okay if he comes back, because it is who it is. I mean, let's be real here. You know, I feel betrayed by him, but that regardless, we'll be fine.
Oh, I mean,
bring him back out. Who would you trade him for, though, Keith? Who are you giving them? for him. You know, you have to be smart too. It is Mr. Paper Mache. It is the Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz.
And he's
could break
37
any
years
minute.
old.
So who do you give him?
That's the tricky part. I don't think it's ever going to happen because of that question right there. Who do you give him? Stern's philosophy, from what I've seen and from when he was in Milwaukee, is not somebody who's going to give up the farm for a 37-year-old talent with a really checkered past in terms of history. So I don't think it's going to happen. If you say who we're going to give him, it would have to be that who's that kid now? He got put up to AA. I keep forgetting his name. Tong.
Jonah Tong, the rookie pitching sensation that's killing it. That's not the guy you want to give.
But that's who they're going to want. You understand? So
we have a lot of talent in the minor leagues. I'm pretty sure we'd have to get rid of either Acuna or Mauricio or Beatty. One of those three guys is going to go.
They're going to want an arm.
You know, and they're going to want an arm. You know,
if you were Texas, would you not want a prospect arm?
I would want three guys for the ground right now if I could get them. It'd be hard because he is a 37 piece of paper mache, you know. But you may be able to pry it out of a team that's right there on the cusp of doing something really special in the playoffs, like the Mets are. You know, because if Senga comes back with Manaya, and then you have the paper mache trader at the top of the rotation. That's 1, 2, 3. So that's some nasty stuff. Don't forget Clay Holmes is 8-4, is he? Clay Holmes, you know, pitching his debut. He was supposed to pitch today, I think. But
yeah,
you know,
he's doing well.
He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job with Montas and having, you know, a couple of other guys right there that you can bring in and out. Blackburn and stuff. Let him pitch a couple innings here. You know, it could look good, but right now we're not looking that good, Keith. We're not looking.
No, we're not. And McGill going down, and I know a lot of people have their problems with McGill, but him going down was not good because he started getting to the point where he was eating up innings, giving the bullpen a little rest. Then Senga going down, then Manaya with his setback. Manaya is scheduled, I think, this week to pitch a 50-pitch rehab start. So he's going to start throwing again. And they usually let the pitchers come back, you know, when they get up to around, I think, like 65, 75 pitches. So he's on the cusp of coming back post All-Star, like we said anyway.
Like always.
Right now, we need big-time help. And we can survive with these starters, I think, because they're not so much killing us. I think the bullpen needs some relief.
The relief corps needs some relief. Exactly.
Yeah.
That relief is the Mets putting up a lot of runs on some people. That means the offense has to shape up, which if they put in a lot of runs, and you can keep the starter out there a little bit longer because he's looser and stuff like that. But at the same time, the starters should be able to go 6, 7 innings and give the bullpen a break. So it's a whole team thing, man. But we're gonna be limping into the All-Star break, Keith. Right, with what we have right now, the players that we have available, we're limping into that All-Star break. But again, when we get to that All-Star game, Keith, we could still have 3 guys on that team, and you know who they are, right?
Oh, on the Mets, you mean? Yeah, Soto.
I know at the All-Star, yeah, from the Mets, of course.
Yeah. Oh, Soto, Alonso, and Lindor. Looks like Lindor is going to be the only starter for now. I don't see Pete getting over Freeman. Freeman is just loved. Not that Pete isn't, but Freeman he's adored by baseball. He just is. Even as a Met fan, as much as I hate him, I have a little underlying love for him too because he's just such a good baseball player.
I agree with you, and the fact that he had a really good relationship, competitive type of relationship with, you know, the trader, the paper mache pitcher. You know, so that, and he was our guy, so it felt kind of cool. You know, that's the only reason I like Freeman, if I can explain it that way. But you know, we do have probably the second best first baseman in the National League, right? He's pretty good.
Might be the best
at minimum, and we have probably the top 3, one of the top 3 hitters in all of baseball in right field. I mean, the kid is waking up. The kid is waking up. You got to talk a little bit about him. Kid's waking up.
You know, and the funny thing is, Rodriguez, and we've said this so many times on the show, and I'll say it again just because it deserves to be repeated constantly. When he was not awake, he had like a 900 OPS, a 380 something on base percentage. The guy was on base like 17 consecutive games or something stupid like that, and he wasn't doing well. I mean,
he was getting on base and he was doing it. Once you get on base, you get a chance to be driven in. So the fact that we are terrible with runners in scoring position, you know, they should take the S out, like I'm saying, and just give it to us as RIPs, because our runners in scoring position die. You know, rest in peace, man. We're done with those guys.
Yeah, so, and I've seen some of the worst slumps in history as a Met fan. And if that's what you call a slump, I would take that every day, all day.
Take that for the next 10 years. Take that, because that would be a 249, 20 home runs, player, and 90 RBI player with like a 900
walks
base percentage.
Yeah,
he'd be a fantastic player, But guess what? He's loved because of his talent. There's another guy on the Mets team that's loved. Why, Keith? Because he used to be our enemy. He used to be the guy that we hated. When he was on another team, you had a nice name for him. What was his name?
Winker takes it in a stinker.
And he loved that. And he always seemed to have a good time with our fans, bantering back and forth. He was sort of despised, but sort of kind of liked,
But
so,
it was never like malicious. Like when he was back and forth with our fans, he would still shoot them autographs, give them the ball, laugh with them. He just really enjoyed the trolling aspect of his game, and he's a master troll. And now he's our master troll, But he also in New York. There's a fancy group that comes out every Christmas. What's their name? They go to Radio City Music Hall.
The Rockettes, baby.
Let's take a picture.
Now, fun one, ladies.
Now that's a married man. You see how he kept his hands in? He stayed away from all of them.
He's a smart guy, He's a slick dude. He uses his baseballism, his style, his thing, He uses it and he can get a lot of girls. That guy, not a smart guy. He's not. I mean, he's a very smart guy. He's not a smart guy for sure. Unlike some dumb thoughts that I've read across the internet lately, Keith. I want to get your opinion on this, because there's one that I saw online. I think it was a radio host, and I think they posed this question to the polar bear. I don't know if maybe you've seen it. But this guy wanted to bat Francisco Lindor first, Pete Alonso or Juan Soto fourth, and Pete Alonso like ninth, because he wanted them to be somewhere in the lineup every time the inning turned around. That way they could keep the team balanced and stuff, like some radio host. And he was actually realistically asking the polar bear if that was a good lineup.
So first, I'm going to answer that, but let me just say real quick, Frank and Everyday Mets. Sorry, guys, I am multitasking producing, so I didn't see the chat. Just wanted to give a shout out to you guys. Thanks for participating in the chat.
No, please, thank you for watching the show and participating, guys. We are short-handed today, so we apologize, but we do appreciate all your comments, and if we get a chance, we will talk about them.
Absolutely, I appreciate you guys. But so I think that we need to take a look more so at why do we want Pete Alonso ninth? You're minimizing his at bats, which is a good thing, right? You don't want your best home run hitter to get as many at his bats as possible. He's going to almost, with the bottom of the lineup, have less chance to have runners on base to drive in. And he's your top RBI guy. Why would you want runners on base? So that makes sense too. You see where I'm going with this, right? I mean, no.
I can see the sarcasm, Keith.
Yes. I'd rather him third, but fourth is perfect too. You know,
Yeah,
three or
yeah.
four.
So,
That's
so
peak.
the, these are kind of things that fans think of. You know, it's not only Met fans. I'm sure there are crazy fans on every team, but sometimes our guys take the cake. You know, so guys, we're not gonna. I don't think the Mets are gonna do that. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna endure through this and get through this, endure the pain, get these guys out of their hitting slump, get these pitchers healthy, try to get a full team together, and go at this again and try to finish strong the second half of the season. Because there's a lot of talent on there, though, Keith. Right?
It
What,
is.
what's that say right there? Read that to me.
The Philly fans chiming in. He said, the paper mache pitcher would lead the Mets in innings pitched, says this Philly fan. Farace.
Oh, the filthy. Listen, I can't now. I can't wipe that smudge off my screen. Now that my screen's been smudged by you putting that garbage up there from Farace. Listen, Farace, we know. But you know he is paper mache, and if you're doing this and getting involved in the show, you know you should be on it. Next time, don't put that post out there, Keith, again. All right? Remember, you were the one with the mutiny. You're the one that convinced me to mutiny.
Look, he's so happy about being a Philly fan too. Look,
falling back. Look at him. Look at him. What a traitor. Even his picture, the light shining off his dome. You know, even that picture blinds me. Anyway, okay.
Beautiful family, shiny head.
Okay, that's what she said.
Anyway,
we're gonna start winning now, Keith. I'm telling you, the Mets are ready. This nonsense is gonna stop. Okay. What's our keys to win? Our keys to winning, Keith. Give me a player that you think is gonna win the game, the next two games tomorrow, because we have a doubleheader tomorrow. Because today we've been canceled, folks. Been rained out, so we're playing two tomorrow. Who are the two players? Give me one for each game that's gonna do something special and get the Mets over the hump or in the hump. However you like it.
An easy choice like Soto. I'm gonna say Brazoban. I'm gonna say he's
okay.
I'm gonna say he's gonna be big for us, and I think we're gonna score some runs, and I think Diaz is gonna shut him down. So I'm going with bullpen because we need them to step up, and it's probably more of a hopeful pick. But I'm gonna go Brazoban and Farace and Diaz. Imagine someday.
Oh, see why he's gonna. Farace's a troll. You know, he looks like one, and he's actually really acting like one today. So I'm happy that all four people online watching us right now can see him, can see what a Farace he really is. Okay.
The funny thing is, I actually agree with it. The ground would be amazing.
I'm not, Keith. I don't want to say anything. I'm gonna go with the hate thing still. Until that thing happens, if it happens, then I'm gonna definitely shift my focus. Okay, but I'm still going with the hate thing.
Until Santa lands that sleigh on my roof and drops me at the ground.
Pretty much. I want it sooner, man. I want it like next week. But anyway, it doesn't. You're gonna go with pitching, so I'm gonna go with offense. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna make the biggest impact. It's gonna be Vientos, okay, and it's gonna be Mauricio. They're going to make big impacts tomorrow. Those kids are ready. I'm pushing the positive vibes, not Met vibes, just real positive vibes at them. Vientos got the skills. So does this kid Mauricio. He hits missiles and bombs, and Vientos just a powerful hitter. Every time he hit it, remember, Keith, when he first came up, we talked about him so much. We're saying, this guy just gets the bat on the ball and it flies down.
His swing and his mechanics at the plate always impressed me. I haven't given up on him. It's sophomore year. It kind of happens.
Sophomore year. It happens.
I don't know why. Pitchers catch on. You know, it's like there's a lot of theories as to why, but I still believe in him. Everyday Mets has some keys to win, and he says,
"What do we got?
Keys to win: DFA Love Lady." Okay, I can go with that for sure. Find an everyday center fielder. No, I'm okay with our rotation.
Well, what's wrong? What's wrong with McNeil playing center field?
Yeah, I like it. I'm okay with it, but if it's a huge improvement, I'm open to listen. And send Beatty and Mauricio back to Syracuse. Whoa.
Oh, well, there's a guy that likes to have his superstars there, right? I'm thinking that's the type of fan that wants veterans up here playing baseball for the Mets, and he wants these guys to be, either very high level veterans or the stars. He can't wait to win. I get that. I'm not that type of a Met fan. I can understand that we need to develop players. So guys like Beatty and Mauricio and Vientos, they need to develop, and the only way they can develop is to actually play. It might hurt us sometimes.
Yep.
A lot of other times, it will help us down the line because you just don't want to win, for the next week or two. You want to win every year consistently for the next 5 to 10 years. So we have to build teams, guys. That's the only way. And, and they have to face these pitchers, these real good pitchers, Keith, because we have a good pitcher coming against us within the next 2 games. It's Peralta from Milwaukee. The guy's 8-4 with a 2.9 ERA. He's pitching that's a pretty good pitcher in the major leagues. And these young guys like Vientos, like Mauricio and Beatty.
He's always tough on the nuts.
He's a tough pitcher. So what do you think when these guys are going to face that guy? Our youngins against Peralta.
It can go 2 ways, right? Either because Peralta's he's not a young pitcher, so he's through experience and just the way he has been always a very intelligent pitcher. But sometimes that works against them, right? Because the young players, he can either just overwhelm them, manipulate them, and outsmart them. But sometimes when the young players don't give a blank, they go up there and they treat him like anybody else and hit the hell out of him. So I'm hoping it's the latter. I would like to see them go up there and just get some hits off Peralta. We have our vets up there too. They're not scared of strong pitchers, our Lindoras. Pete, I hope you don't start chasing that down in the weight crap again. And Soto, he'll figure it out. But you're right, that bottom part of the lineup is going to be key. And it's a lot of those young guys in there who need to be disciplined at the plate with somebody who has as much pitching talent and smarts as Peralta.
Well, so give me your prediction for the game, for that specific game, the Peralta game, and then for the series. Let me know. What do you think, bud?
I gotta tell you, the last couple weeks, I hate doing predictions.
Cheer up. I know
it's
they
like
suck.
We suck. I don't think we suck to the point where our season's over. No. But right now we suck, and that's the truth. And I just need us to get out of it because it's impacting my life in so many bad ways. But who's pitching against the Milwaukee?
TBD. Just pick the games out of the air because honestly, it doesn't matter. Even if you really think through them, you can still be wrong. So just pick them out of the air.
4 out of 3. I'll say 2 out of 3.
We have to win 2 out of 3, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2 out of 3. I think the Peralta game, is he pitching tomorrow during the doubleheader, Peralta?
Yes.
Okay, that's the game where Diaz is going to make sure he gets the decision, that Peralta gets that decision. You know what decision that is?
A big L.
Yes.
I can dig it. I'm
going to be
good with that.
4-3 game. It's going to be like lots of heartburn. You're going to feel like you ate a bowl of green peppers afterwards.
It's going to be
we're going to win.
Oh, you have heartburn, then you eat green peppers just to make that better.
And then it just repeats constantly until Diaz strikes out the last player.
All right, well, Mr. Kook over here. Well, before I let you go, I'm just going to wrap it up here. Who are you going to fuck at that?
I'm not fucking anybody.
You're not going to fuck at that?
I'm taking a different approach. We've been fucking the last few weeks. We've been sucking it up. Instead, I am going to turn the tide a little bit. And I'm going to give lots of love and positivity towards the whole entire Mets team. Let's go Mets, baby. How about that? Is that weird? Weird.
So
right?
I'm gonna. This is the analogy in my head right now. Mankind. If you know who Mankind is, the professional wrestler, is turning into dude love for the next 3 weeks.
Hold on.
Did you step on a duck or what? Okay. All right. So you're going from mankind to dude love now because you're just a crazy guy, and all of a sudden, oh, let's give more love. Okay. Well, we'll see if you love. If your lovey-dovey stuff works, Keith, I'm all for it. We're gonna go with that. I'm gonna pick 2 out of 3 because we have to. Okay. I'm not 100% sure we're going to, but honestly, the way we're playing, it's gonna be really hard. But 2 out of 3, we have to, bro.
Oh, Mama Farace, we love you.
Is she okay?
You're my favorite. I gotta tell you, we ousted your son because we found out he's a Phillies fan. So can you talk to him, please? We're gonna send him to rehab. He's gonna
leave that poor woman alone, Keith. All right, listen. Don't torture her because that's a little baby Farace. Little baby Farace. Farace, producer Joe, dudes, we miss you. We have a lot of fun with you.
Love you guys.
Let's go Mets. We got to win 2 out of 3. We'll be back next week, and we're going to be talking skanky. Ugh, terrible. We're going to be talking about the skankies next week. So join us. Come back. Okay, you stepped on another duck. Let's go Mets. Keith, get us out of here.
I can't.
Oh,
I was doing the sock. Let's go Mets, baby.
Bye.
Come on.
Yeah,
right.
today, sometime.
Go ahead and keep
I'll just keep waving and talking. Hi, everybody.
I got
Have
socks.
a great day.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know what you're doing with those socks. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. Just hit the stop button. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Someday.
Hold up,